Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with yet another postpartum video. I hope you guys like, comment and subscribe to this channel if you do enjoy mom content, lifestyle vlogs and a bit of my life as a freelancer. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. When I found out that I was pregnant, breastfeeding was on my birth plan, but it was not something I was married to. I am okay with feeding baby formula and I'm okay with feeding baby breast milk, whichever one works, whichever one that is available at that point in time. I was okay with it. But once baby got here, I wanted to breastfeed. I really wanted to exclusively breastfeed her for the first couple of months at least. But my milk didn't kick in the day I gave birth. It kicked in, I think, 3 or 4 days later. And I was the other days where I was not breastfeeding, she was getting formula from the hospital while I was taking my aspiride pills, which help with lactation. Um, and then when we got home, we continued with mixed feeding because then my milk was coming in, but it was not, the supply was not the best. But after a week, it was really great. There was just a lot of milk going on. There's a lot of pumping, there's a lot of leakage. And I was excited because, like, oh my gosh, I'm having such a good supply. But I spoke too soon. And when we got home, I continued with breastfeeding and giving her the formula as they were doing in the hospital while waiting for my milk supply to really kick in. And my nipples were very, very painful. And I have what they call inverted or flat nipples. So I need to like pump a little bit just to stretch them out. And I would do that and then give her the breast and she would nurse on. And everything was well and good. And I think we went on about 3 weeks and my nipples were very, very sensitive. They were very, very painful. And I remember one night when she was feeding, it was so painful, I cried. And in the morning, her dad was like, no man, it's not nice seeing you in so much pain. Why don't you take a break? If you did like 2 nights and just give your breast some break and she'll be on formula and you'll be recovering. And I broke down. I cried so much that morning because to me it felt like he was saying that he can see that my body is not coping. He can see that I am failing as a mother to do the one thing that my body is supposed to do after giving birth, which is produce milk and sufficient milk for my child. I cried so much and he did his best to comfort me. And I think that's when I had my first reality check to say I'm struggling with breastfeeding. And that's also when I had my first event on Instagram. Okay, I'm looking down because I am breastfeeding right now. So yeah. So we gave her formula and I rested and I got comfortable with resting. And I know for sure that the amount of times that I put her on the boob were way less because every time she was hungry I would just opt to give her the bottle because it was convenient, it was comfortable. And I did that for weeks and I don't remember when, but one day mom guilt just came over me and it said to me, you are choosing comfort over feeding your child. And I was like, a gush of very negative feelings came over me and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad mother. I am choosing comfort over nursing my child. And I was still pumping, but I was not pumping as I was before. It was just that thing, yeah, just to keep my supply flowing, or I don't know. I think I'm just used to pumping because with Toto I was exclusively pumping for 2 months and it was okay. But then there was no child to take her off in the home because she was in NICU. But this time there's a baby here full time who needs my attention and still needs to be fed. So pumping exclusively or pumping the same amount of milk that I was in with little was just not gonna work. So yeah, mom guilt really came over me and I was feeling very, very bad. And I thought to myself, you know what, breastfeeding was not part of my plan. Like, it was not a big part of my plan. I can just quit. But I know myself and I know that me quitting when I felt okay. But I knew that if I had quit at that point in time, the guilt will not go away. It will just create another emotional chaos that I did not want. So I had to face this thing head on. So I challenged myself to saying that I am going to try for 7 days to get back onto a good nursing schedule, and if that doesn't work out, I will quit. But at least I would have tried. And I had just received some lactation goodies from this other company on Instagram. I will be sure to put the details on the screen. The lady sent me the product after I had shared my battle with breastfeeding on my page, and she sent me a DM to say, hey, I would like to give you some products to help you with your milk supply, and that will probably just, you know, help you with your journey. And I'm very grateful for that. I have been taking those products, still am, and they've really helped with my milk supply. Anyway, so I started my 7 days of relactation and breastfeeding, and I thought it was going to be easy, but boy oh boy, I was met with a lot of challenges. So firstly, I realized that I don't know how to properly position her to be in a position where she can feed effectively, and also my flat nipples are not helping. And because I had quit pumping, mainly because seeing the seeing the amount of milk that I was able to pump, I would pump like 30 mils, and from someone who could pump 120 in one go, to pumping 30 mils, that really got to my emotions, and it just made the situation worse. So I quit pumping for that specific reason. So me not pumping meant my nipples were now like flat again, so I had to always like stretch them out, hand express a bit before breastfeeding, which was hard. So day one of me doing the whole 7 days of lactation challenge, I started off the morning very well. I had my lactation cookies, I had my water, my Rainbows, and I tried to nurse. And Mamisha is not her name. Mamisha is like a play name. Lina Lomralkish, I don't know what they call it's a nickname, yeah. So Mamisha did not want to latch on at all. She cried her eyes out when I put the boob in front of her. She was, yay, my child was crying. So I stopped and I gave her formula, you know. And I continued doing my research on YouTube, just seeing how I can make this journey a little easier. And I went on Pinterest as well, just to see what I can do, and it was really good information, I'm not gonna lie, and I learned a few things. But at the end of the day, when it was night time and she refused the boob again, I was so sad. I cried yet again, and this time I was really hurting. And her dad asked me, why are you crying? And I told him, I feel like now Mamisha is saying to me that you choose comfort over feeding me, and now I don't want you anymore. You know, obviously my child cannot reject me. She is a baby. I don't think babies have those kind of negative feelings anyway. But for me, it felt like she was saying to me, you choose comfort over feeding me, and now I'm choosing the bottle over your breast. Get over it, girl. And it sucked. Obviously, she's not saying that, but that's how I felt, and I was crying. That day I was sad. It was on a Sunday. I cried on that Sunday. I cried on the Monday. I was just out of it. I was so sad, and I was like, I want to quit breastfeeding. I don't want to quit. And he said, you've been saying you want to quit. If you think you want to quit and you're ready to quit, quit. But if you're not ready to quit, then do something about it. You know, you can't always be sulking and saying the same thing but not making any real change. So I was like, I'm gonna stick to my challenge. And thankfully, oh my gosh, the community on my Instagram is amazing. I follow a lot of moms, and they were able to share their tips and tricks on how they did this whole re-latching, mixed feeding thing. And I must say that the tricks they taught me are working. They're proving to be effective. And it was just so, you guys, it was hard. And I was also taking the Carmen nursing tea. You've seen it on my vlogs. I was having stone. I was having this other breastfeeding supplement milkshake. I'm having lactation cookies. I'm having Rainbows and water. Just having all the things that they say will help you the milk supply, you know. But then the supply was okay. But now the problem was getting the baby to latch on and stay on, which she would cry. Day 1, day 2, day 3, she was crying so bad, and I needed to be strong so that I can see this mission through. Because if I gave in every time she wanted the bottle, it meant I was not working towards my goal, which was to give her less bottles and more boob. I'm not gonna stop mixed feeding, but I wanted to be more boob and less formula. And I was just not feeling okay. I was really sad. I was really overwhelmed. I was feeling very bad, but the support of my virtual friends on Instagram, I don't want to lie, carried me. The support of my partner carried me, you know, and all those Pinterest boards that I saved. They really saved me. And I think, ah man, I didn't think it was gonna be so hard breastfeeding, but it proved to be hard. So I woke up one morning during this 7 days of my challenge, and I was like, "You can do this. You are going to do this. 7 days is not long." So I had too many bottles out, so I opted to leave only 3 bottles. Can't even count. I left out 3 bottles and I picked up the rest. I packed my breast pump because I felt I'm not doing this anymore. I am quitting. That was day 3. I was like, I'm quitting. So I packed away boxes, I packed away my pumping stuff, packed away my, like anything that I do with breastfeeding. I just left out 3 bottles so that we can feed her throughout the day. But after doing that exercise and just having a nice bath, speaking to myself, you know, giving myself a pep talk, I got out of the shower and I was like, let me try again. It's only 7 days, and besides, I have my accountability people on the gram. I have the support. I can do this. I have support. I can do this, or at least I can try. You know, they say when you're not confident, just fake it, and that's what I did. I was not confident in my methods, but I was faking it, and I was doing it anyway. With fear, I was doing it. What's long, mommy? Mamisha? Kukusha? What's long or not? So where was I? Yeah, so on day 3 it was really hard, but I did it. On day 4 it was okay, and then on day 5 the Lord came through for me. It paid off. I saw progress. I was excited. I was over the moon on day 5 when in the morning, when she had a morning feed, I thought there was someone in my door. On day 5 in the morning when we were having a morning feed, I tried to give her a bottle. She refused, and I was like, let me just try the boob. I know it's not her favorite thing. I know that the boob is not her favorite thing, but there's no harm in trying. And the minute I took out my breast, she quickly nursed, and she stayed on, and she nursed for a good 7 minutes, which was a huge milestone. I was so happy. My heart was beaming. I was so excited. I could not wait to share with my Instagram community that, hey guys, all the tricks of how to put her pacifier in her mouth, and when she's on a pacifier, I take it out and I put it in the boob. That worked. I wanted to share everything that had shared with me that had worked for me. They've given me different recipes and products to try out, but with products, I was not open to trying out any other products. I needed to finish what I already had in the house. So on day 5, she latched on. The whole morning she was feeding on the breast. I was so excited. I was happy. I was happy. I was thanking the Lord for like every 3 seconds. I was like, God, can we only be you, my guy? And it went well. I finished the 7 days. And you know, we are breastfeeding very well now. She does give me a hustle every now and then when it comes to latching on, but that's okay. As I am still giving her bottles. I give her around 3 bottles a day, and obviously when she starts with food, we're gonna take out 1 bottle, and then we'll see how it goes. But honestly, breastfeeding for me did not start out as beautiful. It did not start out glamorous. It was just a very hard thing. Physically, emotionally, it took a toll on me, I'm not gonna lie. And I think for the most part, for me, struggling with breastfeeding and wanting to continue even through the struggle, I did not it was not about me giving her the breast milk. If I'm going to be honest with you, I missed the moment when you're breastfeeding and your child looks up at you and their little eyes is, they just have this huge smile with their eyes that is saying that thank you, mommy. Or there's something reassuring about breastfeeding a child for me, and I missed that feeling. I missed her on my chest. I missed her wanting me. I know that it might be a lot to put on a baby, and people might say it's toxic or what, but that's how I felt, and that is what I wanted for myself, you know. And that's why I sticked it out even when it was challenging, mainly because I missed bonding with my child through breastfeeding. Because You missed it, baby. You missed baby. Oh, you missed it. You missed it, my babacha. You missed it too. Oh. Hi, mama. Hi, mama. Hi, mama. So, what was I saying? So I missed bonding with my child because I'm not an affectionate parent. That's not how I parent. I am. My love language is service. Is doing things for you. So, sorry, making sure that the house is clean, my kids are fed, they are happy, and they're safe. For me, that's my love language. I love saving. Saving is my love language. So, breastfeeding my child was the only affectionate way I knew how to be affectionate to her. I'm not a hugs and kisses mom, so I guess that's why I wanted breastfeeding to work out, because I felt like that is the only part of being affectionate that I wanted and I could do. So yeah, I really struggled out with my breastfeeding, but I'm sticking it out. And I hope that other moms who might in future struggle with breastfeeding, I want them to know that it's okay and it's hard, but please extend some grace for yourself. Please be kind to yourself, mama. It's not easy. It's not as easy as we think it is. I mean, we look at other people and we think it's easy. For them, it might be easy, but for you, it might not be. I mean, I consumed content thinking, oh, this is so easy. I can do it. It's a walk in the park. Until I had to do it, and I was in hell. I was in the zoo. But I stick it out because it's something I wanted to do. So I really just hope that someone out there gets encouraged to keep trying, or to quit if you feel like you can't do it anymore. There's nothing wrong with quitting. Give the little baby formula and be on with your life. Be a happy mama, happy baby. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And also, someone told me that I speak too fast. I know that I speak too fast, but here's the thing: when I speak slower, I stutter a lot. I lose my train of thought. So I hope you guys can hear me, or you can just download the video and replay it over and over again. I can't say I'm sorry because that's just how I am, but I don't know. Okay guys, I gotta go. My girl is getting frustrated with me. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next upload.